And what better time than to make a mask? And I thought it would be fun if one of your neighbors showed you how to make a mask, because I just learned how to do this. So you're going to end up with a mask like this. But this one's nice because it's pleated, and then you can wear either side, any color, either side. I found some old fabric. This is actually an old napkin that was in the linen closet, and it's the other side is a sheet. So you can get creative, or you can just use regular fabric. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. You're going to cut 2 pieces of fabric, 6 inches by 9 inches, super simple. And you're going to cut 2 pieces of elastic, 7 inches long. So you put the right sides of the fabric together like this. So we're going to turn it inside out once we finish with it. So I'm taking the elastic, one of the elastic pieces, and show this to you here. You can see it. And you go down about a 1/4 inch or so, and you're just gonna take the elastic. It's got to go inside because you're gonna fold it inside out. So just like this. And all you need is the fabric, 4 pins, some scissors, and a measuring tape. And you also need a ruler, and you also need a sewing machine and an iron. And then I'm going to take the other piece of that, and I'm just going to go around so it doesn't, I don't want it to have a loop in it. And then just put it on the other side like this, because this is where this is obviously going to hold on to your ears. So I just pin that like that. This will honestly take you 15 minutes from start to finish, if that. So then I have another piece right here, and I'm going to do that on the other side. Again, it's about a 1/4 inch in on each side. You're going to go in and pin that. So again, you put it inside. If you don't have elastic, that's fine. You can use you could use a whole ribbons. Leather probably wouldn't be very comfortable, but anything, cording you can use. This is a DIY mask. All right, I'm having trouble with that one. There we go. And then I'm going to again from inside. You can see I'm just taking this because I don't want it to have a loop in it. And then I'm just going to pin it down here. So that is all the preparation work for this. And then I go to my sewing machine. And what I am going to do is you're going to sew here, 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 so the 2 long sides, and then sew on either side and leave an opening on the short side, the 6-inch side, because you're going to turn this thing inside out. So here I go. Got to plug in the sewing machine. Okay. Some glasses. Let's make sure I've got this thing set up. Make sure you have your lower thread. There we go. And then it's just an easy stitch right on the side. You get to the end, just lift the zipper foot, flip it around, and now you're going to sew this edge. Okay, now on the other side here, I want to make sure when you're sewing that you don't accidentally sew over the elastic that's inside. So on this side, remember I wanted to leave an opening because I'm going to turn it inside out. So literally all you need are some elastic, 4 pins. You need to measure out 6 by 9 inch pieces of fabric, any fabric, and this is going to be reversible, so that's why we're using 2. You don't have to use 2, but it looks a lot nicer and it's a better barrier. So I'm just reinforcing it at the end here. Okay. See how easy that was? Just getting rid of the extra threads. Take out the pins. And cut off your extra threads. And then you're just going to flip it inside out. As you can see, it's starting to look like a face mask. The other thing is to get the corners poked out, you can use like a chopstick or the end of a pen or something. I'm just going to use my finger on this one just so it's more square and it just looks a little nicer. Okay. We're not quite done yet because we want to, you could just leave it like this and just close it up on the one side, but we want to make it look like this accordion style, because then when it goes on, it shapes better around more, it's more rounded because you've sewn the sides down, so it fits your face better than if you don't do that. All right, so we have this one little part that's open, and we are going to go to the ironing board and fix this. Okay, welcome to my ironing board. So I'm just going to press the ironing board, or the mask, and then where you had the opening, I'm just going to tuck that in with my fingers here. And then I am going to just iron that down. So I just tuck these 2 pieces together here, just like it looks on the other side. And then you want to make it into an accordion, basically. So you're going to just maybe about 1/2 inch or so. You're going to fold it down like this. So I took this, folded it in like this, and then you can iron that. Just make sure it's about the same size. Okay, and then we're just going to lift this middle part here and do the same thing. because we want to have 3 separate little pieces to this. And again, this just helps fit your mask a little better on your face. So that's what it looks like. And if you don't like the way it looks, because you want to be able to wear this on both sides, so you can just play with it until you feel like you've got it down. Because if I turn it over, I feel like that's too big there, so just play with it until you like the way it looks on both sides. And then we're headed back to the sewing machine. Okay, so we've pressed our mask. Now we're just going to sew all the way around the front of the mask. And that's going to set down your folds. Make it look nice. Getting over that elastic is a little tough, but we made it. And then all the way down the side here. Oops. So I'm just sewing all the way around a small hem. Okay, and I'm at the end here, and I'm going to flip it around. Maybe just another stitch or two there. Then I'm on the accordion side again. Again, you're just sort of hold it in place while you do that side. It's a little bit harder with the elastic. Okay, one more side here. All right, now I'm just going to cut the extra threads off, and voila. I promise you it will stay on.